customizing a Louis Vuitton bag in 5 minutes, 5 hours, and 5 days. And not just any Louis Vuitton bag. One of the most iconic Louis Vuitton bags of all time. It is the Speedy Bandoulière. Okay, we need to fluff it up a little bit, but oh my gosh, it's so cute. Hopefully I do a good job, or else these are gonna be 3 very expensive mistakes. Starting with our 5-minute design, we need something really simple because we only have 5 minutes, and I have the perfect idea. Timer starts now. Okay, come with me to the craft and prop closet, which you guys have never seen. Isn't it cute? Okay, paint drawer. So I'm gonna do pinks. Okay, so Louis Vuitton has done some absolutely iconic collaborations, one of which is with Yayoi Kusama, and so that is gonna be the inspiration of this 5-minute bag. Paint, some like plates and stuff to put it on. I'm gonna grab a brush, but I think for the idea that I have these like sponges are gonna be better, so. Okay, back to the set. How much time do we have left? Okay, that was 40 seconds, oh my goodness. Okay. So, plate, I need 3, because I think I'm gonna do 3 colors. Amazing. All right, definitely want this pink. I love this pink. Okay, so Yayoi is one of the most successful female artists of all time. Very inspiring, and that is exactly what is going to inspire this bag. Okay. So Yayoi has a really interesting story. She actually had hallucinations when she was younger, and that inspired a lot of her art. She made these infinity net rooms, which were basically like the first version of interactive art experiences. People wait hours to go see these rooms that she made. Okay, I'm gonna start putting paint on the bag, scary. Despite Kusama's amazing success, she definitely had some issues with rejection and has struggled with her mental health. So in the 70s, she actually checked herself into a mental hospital, and she's been there ever since. But that did not stop her from creating. She's done some amazing things since then. Okay, that's a circle. We might need to do a couple layers, but that's one. Great. Okay, let's do a white one maybe. Oh my gosh, our time is halfway over already. How did that happen? Ooh, yeah, there we go. Okay, I was really nervous about doing this because at first I thought her circles were like perfect circles, but they're really not. So it looks like she even kind of stamps them on sometimes, so that's good. Okay, cute. I love these colors. 5 minutes is such a short amount of time. Okay, I'm really trying to do a good job on these bags because I'm actually planning on giving them away to you guys, so I'm really trying to make your bags look nice. All right, let's go back to our dark pink here. All right, this is looking pretty good on this side. Ooh, we're running low on time, so I think it's maybe time to flip the bag. Here we go. The trick is doing this side of the bag without getting that side smeared, so here we go. Why is it easier to do it this way? Maybe I should have been doing this the whole time instead of laying it down. Okay. Ah, we're getting so close on time. Oh my gosh, this is so cute though. These colors. So fun. And I have some super fun photo shoots planned for each of these bags that you guys will see. And they're inspired by the collaboration from the original bags as well. Okay, this is great. Almost done, and we're almost out of time. Oh my gosh, how many more dots can I get? Okay, one more pink, and then, oh, I had like the perfect amount of paint. That's good. And then one more white. Ah, running out of time.
On the other side.
I need one more on the other side. Ah, okay. Okay, wait, we did it. I think we pulled it off. Cute, not bad for a 5-minute bag. Oh my gosh, that was fun. I hope I did Yayoi proud because she's absolutely amazing and proof that mental health struggles don't define you at all and you can still be so successful. Okay. Oh, it's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. Why am I making these bags? Well, these special collaboration bags are nearly impossible to get when they launch at the Louis Vuitton stores. And then by the time they hit the secondhand market, they are so expensive. Like this pumpkin bag designed by Yayoi Kusama sold for over $150,000. And if you think that's a lot, this Pharrell Williams bag is worth $1 million.
It's dry. It's no Kusama masterpiece, but I think it turned out pretty cute. Also, for this Louis Vuitton collaboration, they did the most insane campaigns. I'm talking like a building size Yayoi, or for one of the window displays, they made an extremely realistic robot version of her that left a lot of people feeling unsettled, but it's very creative. And I want to do a photo shoot for each of my bags based on some of these fun campaigns that Louis Vuitton has done. And this one is inspired by the first 2012 Yayoi campaign because I love this polka dot background. Obviously, we're gonna add in polka dots to the background that match my bag, and it's gonna turn out so cute.
Bag number 2. This one I'm spending 5 hours designing and I'm so excited for this one. Here's our bag. It's exactly like the last one. Okay, we need to fluff it up a little bit. Since we have 5 hours, I have a little bit more time to do something more intricate. Now for our 5-hour bag design. So this one is going to be inspired by one of my favorite artists, Takashi Murakami, who makes these super fun, colorful, happy designs. Takashi actually started out with very traditional Japanese style painting, and despite being really great at it, he found it limiting. So his art took a more bright, happy, kind of psychedelic turn, and he embraced that the Japanese art culture was definitely gearing more towards cartoons, mascots, luxury branding, and thus some of his iconic characters were born. One of the most famous is this Mr. Daub. He's a Mickey Mouse anime inspired, I think he's a mouse. And my personal favorite are the happy flowers. I'm sure you've seen these. They're so happy that they're almost suspicious. Like, what do you know that I don't? He just released a collaboration with Louis Vuitton featuring these pink smiling flowers, and it's so beautiful. Is this not the most like hope scope thing you've ever seen? The 2 shades of pink. However, it unfortunately sold out almost instantly, so we're gonna make something inspired by it. And we are going to use the new Hope Scope logo, which I'm introducing now for the first time, and I'm so proud of it. It's 2 hearts that like come together and make a butterfly, and I think it's so cute. So I'd love to do my new logo and then maybe in some similar colors to the Takashi flowers, the light and hot pink. Okay, so this is the inspiration, and then on the side of the bag, there's some design as well. We only have 5 hours, so we'll see if we can get to that, but it's so cute. And the inside of this bag is pink, which ours isn't, but how iconic. Okay, what I have found to be the cleanest way to paint on these bags is to actually do the design in white first as like a base and then go over the top of it with the fun, colorful colors. It makes them really vibrant and more opaque. Definitely takes more time though, so that's step 1. If you've seen my old live streams, you might remember when I did this to a Louis Vuitton bag with the old hopeful like rainbow logo. I did that same technique, and I think that this one turned out really cool. This one design took me 2 hours. So we're gonna have to be a little bit speedier if we're gonna cover this entire bag in 5 hours, but I was also like chatting with you guys live, so hopefully I can pull this off. The stencils are placed. This is gonna be so cute if I can pull it off in 5 hours. Okay, so now I'm gonna like trace them and then fill them in with cute colors. By the way, I'm clearly painting this a different day than Explanation Hope is giving the explanation, because I had to wait until I had a free 5 hours to start working on this bag. But I thought I'd tell you that in case you're wondering why my nails keep changing throughout the video. Just so you know, it's really me painting. I'm not trying to like have someone else paint it. Okay, let's trace. If you think you're not familiar with Takashi's work, I promise you are, because he's actually responsible for one of the most successful luxury art collaborations of all time. So he worked with Marc Jacobs in the early 2000s to redesign the Louis Vuitton monogram into this very fun, playful, colorful design. I'm sure you've seen this. Fun fact, it was actually inspired by 1970s Japanese candy packaging, and all of the early 2000s icons were rocking this bag. In fact, you know the cute pink new flowers that I'm obsessed with? Well, that is actually a 20th anniversary collection of pink flower designs that came out 20 years ago. This bag even made a cameo in the original Mean Girls. So Regina here is literally holding a $5,000 purse. That's your trivia for the day. And more recently, he directed the animated music video for Billie Eilish's You Should See Me in a Crown. And then they actually created a fashion line together featuring his iconic flowers. Okay, stenciling complete. It's starting to come together. Okay, moment of truth though to see if the stencil actually looks good once I peel it off. I really hope my plan worked. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, let me peel all these off. ASMR. Okay, the stenciling took about 30 minutes, so we have plenty of time still. Now it's time to add some color. Since our butterflies are based off of these Takashi flowers, I'm gonna go with this soft petal pink, and then it's gonna be outlined in magenta. Okay, that first butterfly's done, and it took me 15 minutes, which is not bad. Although that is one of the smaller butterflies, so this is kind of the perfect video for me because I'm not particularly a fast painter. Like, this big butterfly ended up taking me an entire hour, so all the butterflies are done with 10 minutes to spare, which leaves me just enough time to sign it really quick and then go over my butterflies with this matte varnish. The fastest time lapse of me signing it. This honestly turned out even better than I imagined.
For the last couple re-editions of this collaboration, Zendaya has been the face of it, and they've done these really fun pictures. It's like her in front of this cityscape, and there's all these cute little cartoony flowers and stuff floating around. So we are going to recreate something similar to this, but we're gonna have like my logo butterflies flying around, and I think it's gonna turn out cute. If you wanna see the final result of this photo shoot, make sure to go follow me on Instagram at HopeScope.
Honestly, I'm pretty proud of both the 5-minute bag and the 5-hour bag, but we still have our 5-day bag coming up. And if you like any of these, remember, I'm giving them to you. More on how to get one after we finish this final bag. 5-day bag, here we go. I keep unboxing these like they're not gonna be just the same thing every time, but also, I don't know if you noticed, but I was trying to go for like, as the bags got more intense, my dress would get more intense. But now I'm realizing that this video is just gonna be awkwardly cutting between like me in a gown and then me in sweats over and over. Ta-da! A fresh canvas. Oh, there's something interesting in the bottom of this bag. It's a secret note, and it says 67.3% of you guys are not subscribed. So if that's you, you should hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching on TV, it's super easy. All you have to do is swipe up on the remote and click over to my little face and hit subscribe. Okay, let's paint this bag. 5 days is a really long time, so I knew I needed something super intricate to paint on this bag. And as I was perusing all of Louis Vuitton's super fun collaborations, looking at all the different designs, I stumbled upon the perfect thing. We are going to be recreating the most famous painting in the entire world on this bag, or at least attempting. And I'm gonna put my own spin on it, of course, but we are going to be painting the Mona Lisa. This. I keep in mind I haven't painted a portrait in like 10 years, so we'll see how this goes. By the way, I have seen the Mona Lisa in real life. Years and years ago, I went to the Louvre and she's way smaller than I imagined. I think the easiest way is going to be to give ourselves a nice blank canvas to begin with. So, okay, here we go. This feels illegal. Oh boy, this is gonna take a minute. Okay, so this specific Louis Vuitton Mona Lisa moment was a collaboration with an artist named Jeff Koons. I'm not super familiar with him. Obviously, he's not the original painter of the Mona Lisa though. That is Leonardo da Vinci, which is actually who Leo's named after. All right, this is going to take many, many layers of white. So while you enjoy a really satisfying time lapse, maybe I'll tell you the story of the Mona Lisa, because do you know why this painting is so famous? So Da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa in the 1500s, and he was already pretty famous, but not like the level of famous he is now. Especially not famous enough to justify the fact that this painting is worth $1 billion now. Or some say it's priceless. Okay, so picture this. It's an August morning, 1911. A 30-year-old handyman and part-time thief, apparently, strolls into the Louvre, yoinks the yoinks the Mona Lisa off the wall, tucks it under his shirt like he's stealing a pizza or something, and just walks out. And the press lost its mind, which makes sense. Mona Lisa's face was plastered all across the newspapers, and for 2 years the Mona Lisa was missing. Probably honestly just sitting in somebody's attic like forgotten Christmas decorations. But somehow she was found and returned to the museum, and more popular than ever. Presenting white base. Honestly, that only took like an hour. Not bad. Okay, now that we have nice clean canvas, honestly probably the rest of day 1 is gonna be me actually sketching out Mona before I even start painting. I should probably address this in case some of you you were wondering, is this legal for me to be painting the Mona Lisa? So Leonardo painted her way back in the day, which means her copyright expired like centuries ago. And the Mona Lisa is now in the public domain, which is basically legal talk for you can do whatever you want. But I do have something really special planned for her to set her apart, just so you know. People don't like see this bag and think it's the real Mona Lisa on the bag, because it's gonna be so good. I already hate this. Her face is too small. Okay, she's all sketched. It honestly only took me an hour. I thought this was gonna take me all day, but it's a pretty good base. Maybe she's not exact, but you get what I'm going for. Since I'm already done with the sketch, I think I might start doing the background and then I'm gonna save her for last. So we'll just see how much we get done today. Don't worry, if I finish Mona in like a couple days, I have a whole other plan for the back of the bag. So we're gonna take all 5 days and it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, so I got these acrylic paint pens. I've never tried them before, but I thought they'd at least be good to kind of like map out the background colors. Day 2. Here's what we have so far. I'm not gonna lie, these mountains are kind of kicking my butt, but for the rest of today, I'm planning on finishing up the background. I don't know if you've noticed, but the actual Mona Lisa has like a faded green hue to it. She's oxidized a little bit over the years, but I came across this version of the Mona Lisa that was supposedly done by one of Leonardo's students, and the colors are just a lot more vibrant and a lot more accurate to probably what Mona used to look like, so my colors are gonna be based more off of that painting. Hi. So if you can't tell by my voice, I got sick again. So the landscape background ended up taking me 2 days, but I'm pretty proud of it. Here it is so far. It's coming along. So technically now we're on day 4 and we're gonna actually paint Lisa. And I told you I was gonna do something really special to make her a little different, and I'm gonna be giving her pink hair. It's gonna be the Hope of Lisa. I'm gonna see if I can do all of Lisa in 1 day. Wish me luck. Because then I can do my bonus part of this project tomorrow if I have time. Honestly, I've been getting kind of down on myself for like feeling like I'm a slow painter. But do you want to know a fun fact? The actual Mona Lisa painting was not complete for 10 years. So next time you're getting down on yourself for not being fast at something, just remember that. 10 years. And that brings us to day 5. I finished Hope Lisa last night. She's done! But before I reveal her to you, we have 1 more day of painting left, so I'm gonna paint the back of the bag real quick. We're taking some Takashi inspo here, and I'm gonna do multicolored LV logos all over the back. So I'm gonna paint them all white first, like I did with the butterflies as a base, and then I'm gonna do them like an ombre blue and pink to kind of match the colors of the front of the bag. And while I'm doing this, I thought it'd be fun to do a mini Q&A with Hope Scope. Because one question that I get asked surprisingly a lot is, what would you do if you weren't a YouTuber? And the answer is, honestly, it probably would be something art related. I could kind of see myself being like a really eccentric art teacher. Or, okay, so there are these ladies that sit in Louis Vuitton stores and other like designer bag stores, and they paint on people's bags when they buy them. Like there was one brand that popped up on TikTok this month, and for the month of April, on the weekends, they have somebody sitting in the store and they'll draw your pet on your bag. So I could totally see myself doing something like that. Yay! I think they turned out so cute. I'm low-key a little bit annoyed that the logos are upside down, but fun fact, that's one way to tell that it's a real Louis Vuitton bag. I'm so proud of this. Okay, are you ready for the Hope Lisa reveal? Honestly, out of all the things I've ever painted in my life, I think I'm the most proud of this because it was a challenge. 3, 2, 1. Yay! Here she is. It's so funny. I don't know why I gave her like a bob, but it's kind of cute. It's kind of a moment. This might be my favorite photo shoot yet for this bag. I have a few different shoe options. I think I'm gonna go with these pink ones because it matches Hope Lisa's hair. Okay, so for this, we're inspired by this picture here. So we're gonna put a big Hope Lisa in the background. I'm going to attempt to balance the purse on this shoe, and hopefully it turns out cute. Make sure to go over to my Instagram to see the results. Look at them all together. 5 minute, 5 hour, 5 day. Like I said, I'm giving away these bags to you guys. Here are the rules to get one of these bags. No purchase necessary. It's open to the US and Canadian residents, ages 13 and up, and if you're under 18, make sure to get parents' permission. Giveaway starts April 19th and ends May 17th. This isn't sponsored by YouTube or Louis Vuitton or anybody. All official rules are linked in the description. If you want to win a bag, all you have to do is hit subscribe, take a screenshot to prove that you're subscribed, DM it to me on Instagram along with which bag you want to win. And I'm gonna randomly scroll through my DMs and pick one of you for each bag. Thanks so much for painting with me for 5 days straight, and we will see you guys in the next video. Say bye, YouTube.